Hello Lolas, really quick, I am here with baby June and I just wanted to share her little outfit of the day, which she's probably going to get changed again because I didn't put her on tights under here, and I always usually put my babies on like tights up under when they have any type of jeans, but these are light colored jeans and I'm like, she should be fine. Look at her. I just sprayed her hair with some water and took the little rubber bands out. And this hair, this is human hair, and it's supposed to be unprocessed virgin hair. It's been a nice little penny on it, so that it's very soft, but it also like kind of will give that fro look. But when it's wet, like I can actually style it to where it has like a more of a like a silky curly look. Like if you see, hold on, let me see if I turn it to this way. So it's probably not showing on the camera, child. But yeah, so I was trying to debate if I want to put it in like little ponytails all over. See how easy it is to part through that. Or if I can't braid that good, but I'm like, do I want to like maybe give her like little plaits her entire little head, or what I want to do next to her hair, just because she's been wearing the same hairstyle, the same pajamas for some months now. Before now, her and like Joey and Taraji, until Taraji got sold, they just wear the same clothes like all the time. But I think I'm going to start doing some outfits of the day with Brooklyn, if you guys want to see what she is wearing. And I may not do it every day because I don't think she got enough outfits for every day, if I be honest. But she has enough. I may do like you know, maybe twice a week or once a week what she's gonna wear for the week, because she's actually my real like display baby. She's probably the only baby that is constantly out. So she has to kind of match what I have going on in my house. like my decor. She has to blend in with my decor. Or at least, you know, she has to be really cute. I'll say that. Because she is like one of the first things that people see when they come in, and they, you know, kind of, she's like the conversation piece. And so I need her to be cute. I know it makes her look awkward, but anyway, just wanted to come on and share her. I think I will try to do the little pigtails in her head. I said I was gonna go to the hair store the next time I'm over by the hair store and like pick out her a bunch of barrettes, because now I have another little grandbaby that is starting to grow some little hair. I probably will share it with her when she comes over and stuff like that. So the last bows that I had, a lot of Gabby bows, I kept, still got some of her bows, but I gave a lot of hers to the first granddaughter. So, but I'm a sentimental person, don't judge me. So I kept a lot of Gabby's barrettes from when she was a baby. I still have her first pacifier, her newborn pacifier that they give you at the hospital, and I still have her pacifier when she was a toddler, when she was way too big to be having a pacifier and she was still wanting that pacifier. I forgot what she called it, but yeah, I still have that, because that's just how I am. I'm gonna like hold on to stuff. It's just like I still have some of Paris outfits, Paris Moore outfits, which is my oldest doll, in my collection from her box opening, and I just will not get rid of those outfits that Yogi sent with her, and that was in 2012 or 2013, and I still have them. And you know, this lady, the outfit I put on the partial today, because I was like, I want to see if it looked like a girl. I've had that little Winnie the Pooh romper. I don't even remember the lady name. It's been so long ago, and it's crazy because when I first came into the community, I was more vulnerable, and and I say more vulnerable. This person, I'm not saying anything negative about this person because nothing never went wrong. We just stopped talking as much. Maybe even just maybe lost contact or whatever, but we used to actually literally talk sometime over the phone. It started out as a random gesture thing, and I guess she didn't believe I think I sent her a doll, and she didn't think that I was really gonna send her the doll. She liked it, and I did not like the size of it. It was my very first doll was a Lorna Mendel Sands, one of those little $50 silicone dolls off of eBay. But anyway, I can't remember the lady name, but I still have that outfit. She sent it to me. It was a used pre-loved outfit or whatever, and I don't know why she sent it to me, or she sent it with some other stuff, but I've always kept it, and I always remember that it came from her. I can't believe I can't remember her name right now. But I'm just one of those people. I have cards. Sometimes I'm going through my things and I smile and I laugh. I have cards from some of you guys that sent me cards. I remember when my grandmother died, one of my friends in the community, she sent me a care package, and everything had like a sweet note on it or affirmation on it. It said stuff like, sip this and rewind and get rest, or something like that, feel better soon, or don't forget to take deep breaths, and like different stuff like that. And it was so cute. So I still have that stuff, some of the little stickers, the sticky notes that was on the stuff. I am a very, very sentimental person, believe it or not. And I think like a lot of people, come across and they're like, oh, she's so mean, she's so this. I'm very direct and forward, but I think I'm also hypersensitive. And it's just like, when I was just a collector, I used to say all types of stuff, and I used to critique other artists' work and stuff like that. But again, I was not an artist. I was just a collector, and I was given a collector's opinion. And I still do it from time to time, not as much like on sculpts, but I scaled down a lot if you go back, because once you start doing the work, you realize how hard it is, and then also you realize what it does to a person when you talk about their work. It's it's very personal for those. Now there's some people in here that's just out to make money, and they don't, some of them are actually, even some of the ones that's not really fully sculpting from scratch, and I'm sorry to say that, but there are some sculptors out here that's really copying over other people's work. But we ain't gonna get too deep into that. So they don't really have the passion or care too much, like, it just water under the bridge for them. But some of these people that really take their work serious and stuff like that, it's like personal. It's like you're giving people a piece of you when you do this art. And it really hurts when you hear somebody talk so badly about your work. I don't know if her face too fat for this style. It is, but I'm gonna still do it anyway. Maybe when she gets the whole head done, I'll like it, but right now I'm not liking it. Eek. Not that cute. But I'm gonna plait it up, and then I'll take it loose, and maybe her hair will be like even a whole different type of curly. If you have what do they call it, 4C, 3C hair, and when you plait it up, how it, once it dries and locks in, it gives you a different curl. Maybe I'll do that with this. So I'm gonna just plait it all up and see what happens. Her hair is not as long as the other baby's hair, so when I did those styles, and then her little fat round face, it's not looking so cute. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so I kind of tried to curve it a little bit. Now, like when I give my opinions on like certain topics and stuff, like with prototypes and stuff like that, I understand that's still a sensitive topic, but you know, I can't be completely muted. But, you know, I try to, you know, say it in a way that's, you know, tasteful. But sometimes people just cannot, you know, handle people who is, you know, real in their thoughts and genuine, or have a voice. Sometimes, you know, especially in today's world, everybody is so sensitive and soft, and they're not used to hearing somebody really speak on truths, or, you know, say disagree. Just disagreeing, period, sometimes just hurts people's feelings. I'm a very, you know, honest person, and I try to, you know, and even like there's times where, you know, there's been things like I might not agree with the people totally, but I'll be like, they got a point. I don't know, you might not receive it right from the messenger, but they got a point. I think I said that one time in a video about this one very big popular channel, and I probably, you know, people probably got mad with me for saying they got a point. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they got a point. Like, I know they do a lot of stuff that may rub people the wrong way, but sometimes some of the stuff they be saying, I'd be like, it's kind of true though. You know, I'm just open. I'm an open-minded person. I also don't feel like, you know, my poo don't stink. And so, you know, I understand sometimes we do stuff, you know, in our lives, in this community, in this industry, that may not be pleasing to others, or may not be something that we're proud of, you know, later down the road, and we want to grow. But that's where, you know, there's room for growth on everybody and everything. And, you know, I feel like people want to hold you, you know, to your past. And, you know, or some people always looking for the negative in everything. You know, sometimes, you know, the one thing I had to learn about this community though, when, you know, when people start talking and whispering about me, the people that are so quick to be like, oh yeah, I believe that, you know what I mean, without even hearing my side or even giving it any thought of what type of character I have as individual, those are people who was waiting. They were just waiting for something to go wrong, because they were never really genuinely, you know, team Serenity to begin with, you know what I mean? So I try not to let that affect me too much. And I also, you know, and when it comes to business, I'm like, well, that's just not my customer. You know, a lot of people, they do a lot of slick, sideways, shady stuff, like, you know, they may try to undermine you, or, you know, recruit your clientele, and they may even try to bait them with, oh, I can do that for you for a lower price. You can't worry about that kind of stuff, because here's the thing. I can't be the next artist and they can't be me. We're going to have two different, total different styles of creative thoughts. And, you know, and at the end of the day, I know it's cliche. I know everybody say this, but what is meant for you, trust me, can't be taken away. And I'm going to tell you this. I don't think, okay, just hear me out on this. And I don't want to get biblical on y'all or anything like that, but I'm just going to say this. I don't think the Most High has ever sent a blessing to the wrong person of like, oops, wrong address. You know what I mean? Like, if you got blessed with something and I felt like it was supposed to be mine, that's my bad, because it was never supposed to be mine. He didn't want me to have that. She didn't want me to have that. It wasn't for me. You know what I mean? That was for you, for whatever reason. And if you think you won and you succeeded and you took something away from somebody because you snaked your way into something, you feel like you won because you got what you asked for in that moment, what you think you asked for. That was meant for you, baby. That was meant for you. And everything that comes behind it is meant for you too. So that's the way I look at stuff, you know. I try my hardest to keep my energy up, positive way. I love these babies so much. I love the people, the friends that I've met and the friendships that I've built and the different artists and sculptors that I communicate with from, you know, on a regular basis or from time to time, you know, and I just refuse to let something, you know, get me down. That's like I told y'all, like about the counterfeit and all that and stuff. Child, I ain't studying them people. If they want to buy fakes and they want to, you know, do this and do that, child, I don't care. That's their business. And listen, honey, because guess what? If that's what they want to buy, they was never going to buy from me no way. So why do I care? And at the end of the day, guess what? I know these sculptors like to say they losing money, and I understand. If my art was getting used and copied and people making money off of my back, I would feel some type of way too. But at the same time, baby, let me tell you something. You just keep selling your sculpts, because guess what? You're still going to make all the money you're going to make, because the people that was going to buy, the 10,000 people that was going to buy your kits is going to still buy those. Those are going to still be the people that's going to buy your kits. The 10,000 that never was going to buy your kits, no matter what, even if you mark that kit down to $20, they was never going to buy it, because they probably don't like you as a person. They probably don't like the things that you say. And, you know, some of them just never was going to buy it, whether it was a counterfeit or not, or $20 or whatever, because they just don't like your work. So that's the same as for me. You know, sometimes people are like, oh, that's too much for a doll, or they don't feel like my work might not be worth it, or that some people feel like I'm not charging enough. Guess what? Either way it go, the people that want my work and value my work and see value in it, they're going to pay for it. The people who do not, they're not. And it's nothing, I can't get mad with nobody. And then, you know, like, that's why I always say, and people get mad at me about that, if you sell a doll for $500 and somebody go and sell it for $1,500, kudos to them. And I prefer them to make an extra dollar than to lower, you know what I mean, than to sell my work for cheap. You know, if you have to sell it for cheap to get it fast and sold, because some expression babies is very hard to sell and the market is slow. And, you know, I'm not knocking anyone that does that, or you want to just bless somebody with getting them a discount. That's great. But if you do decide to sell the baby for a little bit more than what you paid me, guess what? And my customers will tell you this. I have told them, if they got a discount because they was in the chatterbox, or they got a discount because they was a repeat customer, and they turn around and sell that off for full price, kudos to them. If you wanted more money, you should have asked for it. Don't get mad because somebody else is making money because they see more value in your work than you did. That's a lesson for you, sister, and I need you to grow. Can we get a don't get stuck on the bubble gum, y'all. I'm just talking while I do this baby head. I'm almost done, baby. When I get done with this last one, this video gonna end if my battery don't die before then, because it's blinking and flashing, child. But I'm just talking. I want to say with one of these ladies that I follow, and we sip, and that is all. But yeah, child. That's why I be liking the live stream, so we could just talk. And the next time, I think that's what I did the last time. Always flashing red. It's finna go, baby. I ain't gonna even make it to this last little plaque because I had to redo this one. I would have had just enough time. Look at God. All right. See y'all later. Don't forget to subscribe. Follow me under the chatterbox. Join now. And I'll see you in the next live stream. Bye-bye.